This is where you'll hear for yourselves how a rabbi from the OU will blatantly lie in public about the kashrut violations of the chef Mark. The best way to point out those lies was simply to present the OU's statements in public versus their admission in a private meeting or on the phone. The first audio presentation is the testimony of Rabbi Luban denying the dairy margarine incident on radio, claiming it was caught by the mashgiach before it was used. But when you hear Rabbi Elephant acknowledging we have the story where he used the margarine, and the Rav Machshir specifying he brought the dairy margarine, then when you hear Jose, the owner, acknowledging the gravity of his chef's violation, and when you hear again Rabbi Elephant and the owner saying it was not a mistake, we don't give him the benefit of the doubt, then you recognize the dishonesty of the OU trying to hide the kashrut violations of the chef.
And there was margarine with an OUD. It was dairy margarine. There's a meat restaurant. Obviously, can't use it. Before the margarine was used, it was caught by the mashgiach.
We have the story where you used the margarine.
That was 2 years ago, more or less.
Dairy margarine.
A year and a half.
They didn't check with the rabbi.
Islam Marais, when you're talking to politics in general, admitted the gentleman, the chef, made a mistake, and he won't do it again. It was a mistake. The kashrut in the restaurant do work. It was the daytime mashgiach, Rabbi Keller, who caught the margarine incident. He saw it and sent it, and that was the end of it.
That was Judah Engelmeyer, the Marais spokesman, on radio. Now listen to the owner admitting the truth at the meeting.
The margarine I accept, there was a fact that he did something that should not be done. If he was a rookie chef who never been worked kosher, I could give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay,
right.
He's been on this business long enough to know that although
for me, for somebody that I know, he did on purpose because it's no mistake. Okay, Jose says a mistake, but he did give him a warning. Rabbi Shrayer said it was a mistake. You gave him a warning. Give him a warning. Is that right?
We didn't give him the benefit of the doubt.
I didn't give him the benefit of the doubt.
In this audio presentation, Rabbi Luban reduces the strawberries incident to a mere accident, when in fact it was not. And the three rabbis in unison admit the chef lied about his involvement in the fruit salad. Unfortunately, the OU rabbis did not consider the chef's lying about his involvement in the kashrut violation to be so grave. If they can allow themselves to lie, so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is when a chef is caught lying about any kashrut violation, he has simply given himself away as a corrupt and dishonest person.
So he said that he used the strawberries before they were checked. The fact is, they may have been checked for mashgiach, but all likelihood they probably were checked. But again, even if they were not checked, so it was an accident.
Strawberries, in the end, the strawberries were very likely checked, right?
No, the strawberry, he did it himself.
I know, he did it. He lied about it.
He lied about that he did the salad.
We all agree that he lied about
the salad.
Now, Rabbi Luban is reducing the bad record of this chef to 2 incidents, which he assured they were only mistakes. So listen to Rabbi Elephant acknowledging the pilot violation, the eggs witnessed by a substitute admitted by the Rav Machshir, and again the chefs going to the supermarket without permission, even after the dairy margarine incident. Of course, there were many more violations not accounted for on tape, and besides the usual numerous small games with the mashgichim.
This was over the course of 2 years, 2 such incidents that proves that the person is intentionally trying to compromise the kashrus.
Let me finish with the pilot. I was cutting. Okay, and here. The pilot.
Oh,
Okay.
The pilot.
And the pilot. That always he would go himself and then put.
How many times did that happen?
Oh, many times. Wait a minute. I have Jose himself as a witness. One time he comes right in, and you saw him. He was right, holding the gas. And I said, Mark, this is my job. You saw it from your eyes that he was there. He didn't want to move, and
Okay,
then
that's the pilot story.
That's the pilot.
I catch quick.
Okay, you catch
That's the pilot story.
The eggs. Simcha, when I came, it was substituting for Rabbi Keller. Simcha.
For a week when he went to hospital.
Okay.
He was substitute. But he said he saw the chef taking eggs upstairs.
Okay, no,
They weren't checked.
Right.
So what a serious violation that happened, and immediately after that we decide that from now on, every time there's an emergency, you must notify the rabbi immediately.
Before
and
and after.
And besides that, let me see. And
Right there.
besides that, I talk to the chef personally. I say, from now on, you are not allowed to go outside and get anything from the restaurant. If it's something he needs, you ask Kenny, you ask someone else in the restaurant, and that's
Has
what.
he followed that rule?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no. Sorry, you spoke?
For me,
no,
it follows the
no,
rule,
no,
because
no.
the rule is my
There's
rule, it's
one.
not the kosher rule.
It was
The
with
rule of the
Rabbi
chef-
How
Keller.
the rule wasn't followed?
Well, okay. Not long after, okay, he doesn't say anything. How do I know that he was going to supermarket?
Right.
He didn't say a word before. It's like it's
Right.
above that. He doesn't have to. Even after the dairy emergency. Just he said that he is not allowed to. Yeah,
So he went to the supermarket without telling you.
without telling you, showing us before.
Here you have Rabbi Luban feigning to ignore there is two kitchens at Le Marais, and the one upstairs, the pastry kitchen, was and is still unattended and hefker. Thanks to this unsupervised kitchen, I can tell you there were many more violations that the chef got away with.
And a restaurant, the kitchen of a restaurant is a small area. Doesn't require to have two mashgichim. So we do support our mashgichim, and the kashrus is under tight control.
There's a problem with this unsupervised kitchen, where exactly
Why is this unsupervised kitchen?
on top is a pastry kitchen on top, where exactly happened the problem of the dairy margarine.
Right.
This last audio piece will seal the bad record of this chef at Le Marais. First, you'll hear the Rava Machshir acknowledging he has to talk to Jose to sign that probation agreement about kashrut issues with the chef. Second, after I remind again the Rava Machshir to take care of this probation document, you hear for yourself that Rabbi Luban himself had requested such a document after taking the matter of the chef's kashrut violations very seriously, as I have outlined in my long email of January 2, 2007. Last testimony, and not the least, Rabbi Elephant, Rabbi Luban's superior, admitting the chef is on probation. A statement coming from the OU and the restaurant. Now, I'm sure people understand that Rabbi Elephant was not talking at all about giving this chef the grand prize for his exemplary behavior in a kosher kitchen.
I'm going to sit down and speak to Jose, and I'm going to explain to him, we've had a number of issues. We need to write something down and make sure that the chef understands that this is that he has to turn over a new leaf, or we're going to have to turn over a new leaf.
Okay. Rabbi Luban said that we have to make a paper that stating that after all these incidents that we've been seeing with this chef, and it will be not tolerated for the next time. It's like that's it. The last limit. Anything he does after, he's going to be out. That's what he meant, Rabbi Luban. Okay, and to make Jose sign a paper like this. Okay. 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 So it has to be done. Okay. It will be done by the beginning of next week. Okay.
He's on probation. He knows he's on probation. Rabbi Luban and Rabbi Spry, but particularly Rabbi Luban, made it very clear to him, as Jose tells us he has also. Jose, I'm sorry. As Jose tells us that he has also. So it's really coming from both sides, from the establishment side and from the OU side. And we want to continue on that process. If you, Rabbi Bitton, continue to have an issue with the chef,
I do. I mean, as it is too.
You can't know today what's going to be tomorrow.
No. I'm sorry. No, I'm not talking about the future with him. I'm talking about already the fact that somebody who lies and was comfortable with lies, it cannot be trusted.